Dead by Daylight has the best developers in the industry.
That's what she said!
I mean, seriously, you have to be delusional to hate Dead by Daylight developers. And let me tell you why. When we wanted to have someone thick in Dead by Daylight, we got Jane. She is even thicker than a Bella Danger. That's how thick we are talking about. And if not Dead by Daylight developers, we would not be able to enjoy Jane's booty. When we wanted to have someone gay as fuck in this game, they gave us David. Again, thank you Dead by Daylight developers for being so nice. I have never seen anybody gayer than this motherfucker. I'm so happy to see Dead by Daylight to be evolving so much. I'm just kidding guys, Dead by Daylight developers are meh. I mean, for the most part, Dead by Daylight developers don't even know how to balance their own game. They are not a good dev team. But in this video I'm gonna talk about something really good coming for Dead by Daylight soon, because I think that Dead by Daylight developers have finally decided to listen to us and at least do something good for the game. But before that, if you want me to come on your mom's titties, then don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much. So for years now, I thought that Dead by Daylight developers are lazy, because Dead by Daylight has had this reputation of being incredibly unbalanced, plus typically Dead by Daylight has a lot of bugs and it just doesn't feel as a polished game should feel. And keep in mind that over 100 people are working on this game, so to me that definitely sounds like laziness. Of course I have to give credit to Dead by Daylight developers for creating such an incredibly addictive and interesting game, but besides that, they didn't really do much good for the game. Dead by Daylight has been a stale game for years, until now, when I started to think that Dead by Daylight developers will never actually do anything too good for the game, when I started to think that they are very greedy and one of the worst companies in the industry, something good happened and they actually started to kind of listen to us. All of a sudden, Dead by Daylight started getting biggest updates this game has ever seen. I'm talking about 39 different perks getting complete reworks in one huge patch. This update changed the whole meta and made this game feel fresh. That's right, after years of feeling stale, Dead by Daylight finally felt fresh. And that's not everything. Dead by Daylight decided to punish campers and tunnelers by introducing in-game mechanics that would counter those kinds of players. For example, now there's a base kit borrowed time, and also other benefits that survivors get if they are being camped. And if you think, great, well that's another buff for survivors. Well, that's not necessarily true, because Dead by Daylight developers are trying to balance this game around killers too. They actually increased the speed at which killers can break breakable walls, pallets and generators, not to mention that instead of taking 80 seconds to repair one generator, it now takes 90 seconds to do so, which is actually a big change. And now with an upcoming patch, you will be able to pick yourself up if the killer is slugging you for 45 seconds, which means that you don't even need Unbreakable anymore. And it's actually a convenient quality of life change, because I feel you guys, slugging feels terrible. I don't want to praise Dead by Daylight developers too much though, because I still believe that this is a survivor-sided game and it's very frustrating to play killer, especially because of a stupid skill-based matchmaking system, which is one of the bad things that Dead by Daylight developers have done for this game. I would say remove this shitty system. Also, not all of the perk changes are good. For example, Hex Ruin used to be one of my favorite perks and now it's just a meme perk. Buff Hex Ruin please. But another thing that I want to talk about in this video is about an upcoming change to the anti-cheat system. If you don't know, Dead by Daylight has had a massive increase in cheaters during the past few months, and I guess it's because Dead by Daylight is getting a bunch of new players, and Dead by Daylight doesn't have too good of an anti-cheat system. Luckily, I am not running into too many cheaters, one or two in like 2 months, so I'm a lucky one, but I see many people getting harassed by those stupid hackers, and I do believe that it's a big deal. So even though it doesn't affect me, but I'm glad that Dead by Daylight has released a whole article, an entire article talking about what steps and measures they will take against cheaters, and it's very great that they are planning to make their anti-cheat system even stricter than ever before, and they will ban every single cheater they see in the game. So it's a great system. I still believe that Valorant has the best anti-cheat system, yet there are still cheaters. You can never fully 100% clean your PvP game from cheaters, but you can minimize the number of them, and I really hope Dead by Daylight developers will be able to successfully do so. Anyway, comment what do you think about this company. It's a very weird relationship with me and this company. From one side, I completely hate them. From another side, sometimes they are doing pretty good things. Comment what do you think, and I'll see you later. Ciao!